Good morning. Welcome to Insight, a special radio broadcast from the University of Minnesota Crookston. I'm your host, Austin Sommerfeld. We are glad to have you joining us this morning. Insight Radio invites you to listen and learn more about the interesting people and exciting activities that are taking place on campus. This morning we have as a special guest Zach Seipel, a junior at the University of Minnesota Crookston and member of the Golden Eagles baseball team. And Seipel is the first ever UMC player to get drafted by a Major League Baseball team. It's great to have you joining us on Insight Radio, Zach.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So Zach, can you introduce yourself?
My name is Zach Seipel. Like you said, I was a junior at Minnesota Crookston, drafted by the Atlanta Braves. I was going into healthcare management and played baseball for Crookston for 3 years.
And how did you come to the Crookston campus?
I was interested in the Minnesota degree, but Coach Gus was really the only person that was recruiting me in high school, and I was a catcher in high school, so he was the first person to start recruiting me. I saw they had my major and liked the small town feel and the student faculty rating, so just kind of sunk in and I chose it.
So speaking of high school, you only pitched roughly 7 innings in your high school career from Egan High School prior to Crookston, and then you came here as a catcher to quickly convert as a relief pitcher. Who decided to make that adjustment, and how did you make that change?
I started off as a catcher here as well, just for a couple of weeks, and we were throwing bullpens. I was catching at the time, and I asked Coach Gus if I was able to throw a bullpen afterwards. And I knew, because I threw when I was younger and stuff, but in high school I was just a catcher. And when I threw the bullpen, he kind of saw the velocity and stuff, and from that day on, it kind of just kind of put away the catcher's glove and then slowly put away the bat and just focused on pitching.
So your first season as a relief pitcher, you posted 28 strikeouts on this season, and you were even named to all NSIC second team. So obviously you and head coach Steve Gust made the right switch.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a better position for me to play.
And a little background information for our listeners, your sophomore year in 2017, you led the NSIC with 12 saves and was among the top 10 nationally in saves. And then you also led the team with a 2.41 ERA. And this season, you finished the year with a 4-2 record on a 2.7 ERA. You also recorded 8 saves and striking out 63 batters in just 36.2 innings pitched. You have respectfully earned the attention around the area and league. Did you have a feeling you were getting scouted, and when did you first hear you might be drafted?
I never really thought that I was getting scouted until my parents would kind of talk about the radar guns that would come out when I threw, stuff like that. But I guess it didn't all really sink into me until like the draft questionnaires actually came out. Then they asked for medical information, all that kind of stuff. And then at that point in time, I kind of realized there are teams looking at me, and the draft is certainly a possibility.
So on June 6th, about a week ago, you got some pretty big news with the 2018 MLB draft, and you were the first ever UMC athlete to be drafted. You were the 602nd pick in the 27th round by the Atlanta Braves. So first, can you take us through the day? I mean, just what was going through your mind? Were you nervous? Were you patiently waiting to get drafted? So just let's take us through the day.
I woke up nervous. I was nervous and excited at the same time, but mainly nervous. I don't think I ate for most of the day. My mom and my girlfriend were at my place, and we just we would have the draft on, and then we would switch it to videos just to keep my mind off of it. But it was very, very nerve-wracking, just kind of patiently waiting, but at the same time on the edge of my seat.
Did you get a call, the Atlanta Braves call you and say, "Hey, Zach, we selected you," or?
The scout talked to me the day before, just to make sure on everything. And then the day of, I actually didn't get the call beforehand. The call was actually after my name showed up on the screen. So that that was really a surprise. When I saw my name on there, I was pretty confused because I didn't get a call until afterwards. And then about 10 minutes later, they gave me the call right after it showed up.
So, what are your plans going forward?
Um, I will be leaving tomorrow morning actually for Danville, which is their advanced rookie ball team, and it's kind of like it's a short season, ends late August, the end of August, I believe, and then that will more than likely be it for me this year, and then next year will be just kind of seeing where I fall. You kind of got to work up the ranks, or you could go down. It's just kind of how it goes. Just depends how you play.
So, what can the Atlanta Braves expect from you? What do you bring to the table?
I would say my biggest thing is just I'm kind of like a calm, demeanored person. Not really too anxious on the mound. Just kind of go with the feel. I'm pretty coachable. I think Coach Gus can attest to that. But I love the game, so just out there to have fun, make friends, and play the game that we love.
So, you spent the last 3 years here in Crookston. Can you talk about the experience at UMC, the relationship with your coaches and your teammates?
It was great. I loved every second of it. Even waking up at 5 a.m. All the seniors said it before, but I never thought I would say it till now. Just getting up with the guys, spending all the time with them and the coaches, the training staff. It was all fun. I loved UMC. Even the small school, everyone was so friendly and fun to be around. There's really nothing to complain about.
Do you have a favorite memory or game at UMC?
I really liked our in the fall we do a World Series, which is inter squad. I really love that because not only do you get to play with your team, but you're playing against your team, and you can imagine how competitive some people get. So that was a lot of fun just to play against each other, and then losers make the dinner for the winners. A little bit of a competition there for that. So I would say that's probably one of my favorite memories.
And just kind of a little fun question for the fans and even some scouts. Do you know your fastest recorded pitch?
I want to say 97, but I believe 96 is the only one that I've actually seen charted down. 97 I was told I hit, so that was during a bullpen.
Well, I definitely want to watch out if I was a batter. So, last question, what advice would you give to a future athlete in the same position as you?
Try your best, work your hardest, take advantage of what you have, all of that. Enjoy what you do, because if you're wanting to pursue a pro career, it's your life. So you really have to love what you're doing and work as hard as possible to get there. So.
Well, thanks, Zach, for joining us this morning, and best luck going forward. Everyone here at UMC and the community is very proud of you, and remember, you'll always be a Golden Eagle.
Thank you.
That was our guest, Zach Seipel, a junior at UMC and member of the Golden Eagles baseball team. Seipel was recently drafted into the major leagues by the Atlanta Braves. For more information about the Crookston campus and our degree programs, visit us online at umcrookston.edu or call 1-800-UMC-MINN. You can also learn more about the happenings on campus by visiting umcrookston.edu/today. For more information on Zach's story and other athletes, visit goldeneaglesports.com. We will be having another guest next Saturday, so we encourage you to tune in to learn more, or better yet, why not visit the campus? We would love to have you. On behalf of our technical producer, James Pogoshnik, this is Austin Sommerfeld from University Relations, wishing you a great week. Go, Golden Eagles!
This has been UMC Insight, a production of University Relations in conjunction with UMC Media Services. The views and opinions expressed by guests are not necessarily endorsed by the University of Minnesota or its affiliates.